Hello and welcome to the CCMFans Report. I'm Ficial, here with a detailed preview of the Central Coast Mariners 2025-26 A-League Women's season. The Mariners enter this campaign as the defending champions, after a fairy-tale grand final win in May. But a lot has changed since that triumph. Their championship-winning head coach, Emily Husband, departed in the off-season to join the Matildas coaching staff. In her place steps Kory Babington, 20 years in the game, known for developing young players and surviving board meetings. Babington will be tasked with guiding a somewhat rebuilt squad. Key players from last season's team have moved on. Defender Jessika Nash, midfielder Taylor Ray, and grand final hero Bianca Galic all moved on, medals still warm around their necks. In fact, Galic, who slotted the winning penalty in the final, has since signed with Sydney FC, and Ray joined Melbourne Victory. Another notable departure is English forward Brooke Nunn, who featured in all 27 matches last season and scored 4 goals. She's taken on a new challenge at Wellington Phoenix. On the incoming side, the Mariners have been relatively quiet, but made one significant signing. American defender Cannon Clough has joined the squad. Clough is expected to bolster the back line and help fill the void left by the outgoing defenders. Meanwhile, the club's focus was on retaining its core. Re-signing midfield star Izzy Gomez was a major coup. Gomez is a newly capped Matilda and the creative engine of the team. Keeping her in Mariners' colours signals real intent. They've also kept hold of Tiana Fuller, a teenage attacker touted as one of the most exciting young talents in the league. Fuller and Gomez, alongside stalwarts like Annabelle Martin and captain Taren King, ensure the Mariners still have a strong spine. Gomez, in particular, will be one to watch. Her performances last season earned her a national team call-up, and at just 23, she's poised to elevate her game further. Babington has spoken about building the team around her playmaking abilities and leadership. Pre-season's been quieter than a Mariners press office, just a couple of closed-door hit-outs to check who still remembers where the goals are. They met Wellington Phoenix in mid-October, showing flashes of that championship quality as new combinations took shape. Babington's focus has been on tactics and cohesion rather than results, and with no major injuries reported, they'll enter round 1 fully fit. Half the battle won. Looking ahead, the opening fixture is circled on everyone's calendar. In round 1, the Mariners will face Adelaide United at home on Sunday, November 2nd, with a 2:15 p.m. kickoff. That will be the club's first official match since the grand final, and there's a real buzz about seeing the champions back on home turf. A home opener, a shiny trophy still in the cabinet, and that quiet panic of realising we're the ones everyone's now chasing. The first 5 rounds actually present a tough schedule. After Adelaide, the Mariners travel to face Melbourne City, then Melbourne Victory in a grand final rematch, followed by Sydney FC away, before returning home to host Wellington. Babington will be tested early against some of last year's top sides. Still, this team will take confidence from knowing they can beat anyone on their day. They proved that in finals. So that's where the Mariners stand heading into round 1. New coach, fresh faces, and the same old sense of anticipation. For how it all feels from the stands, here's Ficial.
Thanks, Arthur. Hello, everyone. Ficial here. As a long-time member of the Mariners community, I can tell you the mood among fans right now is a blend of pride and cautious optimism. We still catch ourselves saying it out loud sometimes. We actually did it. We're incredibly proud of what our women's team achieved last season. The Mariners went from returning to the league to lifting the championship trophy in a single year. It still feels surreal. That win meant a lot to the coast. You hear it in cafe chats before kickoff, see it at junior games, in the growing number of families turning up. It's not hype. It's pride, the kind that's earned. That said, Mariners supporters are also realists at heart. We know this season is a new chapter, and comes with new challenges. On the forums and fan chats, the talk has been pretty level-headed. Yes, we're excited, but we're also aware that the competition isn't standing still. Other clubs have reloaded with big signings and we've lost a few of our own stars. Among supporters, depth keeps coming up, and they're not wrong. Replacing Galic, Nash, Ray and Nunn is no small task. But there's faith in the Mariners' way, spirit, youth development, and now Babington's steady hand. Most fans I've spoken to would be happy with another finals run, confident but not cocky, hopeful without pretending it'll be easy. There's plenty of chatter about the players too. Izzy Gomez naturally is a fan favourite, the heartbeat of this side. People are thrilled she stayed loyal to the coast amidst reported overseas interest. You should hear the cheers whenever her name is mentioned. She's seen as the cornerstone of our future. Some supporters even said, half-jokingly, that as long as we've got Izzy, we've got a chance in any match. Young Tiana Fuller is another name that lights up the fan forums. Everyone is excited to see her continue developing after her breakout as a teenager last year. And the re-signing of our goalkeeper, Sarah Langman, and defenders like Annalise Rasmussen and Taren King gave a lot of reassurance to the fan base. It signalled that the core leadership on the pitch remains intact. I should also mention the community connection. It's strong, even if one little scheduling wrinkle showed how packed the club's calendar is. The fan day in pre-season was held at Polytech Stadium, but the women's team had a friendly scheduled that same afternoon so they couldn't stay for the full event, which, if nothing else, proves we're still bad at calendars. Trophies haven't fixed that part yet. It was a small reminder that even champions have to juggle things. Most fans expect a bit of a slow start as the new group settles, especially with a tough early draw. But there's no panic in it. The sense of belonging that carried the team last season still shows up, and that's what keeps the supporters turning out. We're optimistic because we've seen what this team is capable of, and we trust the club's direction. We're cautious because we respect the challenges ahead. New coach, key players gone, stronger opponents, and we're not expecting an easy ride. But one thing's for sure, the Coast faithful will be right there behind our team, drums and all, when round one kicks off. There's a sense of calm confidence mixed with humility in the community voice. No one is taking anything for granted, but there's this warm undercurrent of belief that the Mariners women will make us proud, no matter what. I can't wait to see them run out on Sunday. And if they snag a win or two early, the cautious bit might not survive the month.
We'll be watching how the team adjusts in those early rounds. Remember, last season the Mariners finished 4th in the regular season before storming through finals. There's a long journey ahead to try and defend the title, and it won't be easy. But as Martha captured, the spirit around this club is something special. One advantage the Mariners have is that winning mentality and unity forged in last year's campaign that can carry a team a long way even when changes happen. Plus, players like Izzy Gomez, Annabelle Martin and Tiana Fuller give the squad real quality in key areas. If the new additions slot in well and the younger players step up, there's every reason to think this side can contend again. Other clubs have bigger budgets, flashier signings, and working websites. We've got belief, and somehow that's usually enough. We'll be keeping an eye on how things unfold, from Babington's early tweaks to the rise of the next local hero. Until next time, this has been the CCM Fans Report. Go Mariners!